The amendments pertaining to enhancements of the MZO authority are not applicable in the Greenbelt. Full stop.
Ontario's Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing doubling down earlier this week, saying the province is continuing to protect the Greenbelt. The comments come in the wake of continued criticism over proposed legislation which advocates say puts the Greenbelt at risk and makes it vulnerable to development. 9 members of the Greenbelt Council have resigned as a result of the proposed bill, and now a religious charity is requesting King Township Council approve a minister zoning order for a multi-use commercial complex on part of the Greenbelt. And as Angelina King tells us, advocates worry if it's granted, environmental studies and public consultation could be sidestepped.
The Augustinian Fathers own 800 acres of land and buildings within the Oak Ridges Moraine, an environmentally sensitive area that serves as the rain barrel for the GTA. It could also be home to a new retirement facility, conference center with a hotel or B&B, and a banquet hall transformed from this boarded-up barn. That's if the religious organization's request for a minister's zoning order, or MZO, is granted.
We're standing on the Greenbelt right now.
Susan Walmer is part of a group that protects the area and says it isn't necessarily against the redevelopment, but the process.
The owners, with their consultants, would have to do numerous studies to look at the impacts to the water system, to the natural features, to all of the ecological features on the land. They're moving ahead with this MZO order would bypass all of that process.
There's concern development will harm the environment, especially with the lake so close by.
Where this property is located really is at the top of our rivers. That's why we protected the Greenbelt, is that it cleans all the water that flows south into Lake Ontario.
The Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing didn't respond to requests for comment, neither did the Augustinian Fathers, but in its letter to King Township Council, it says the redevelopment would be beneficial to the community by creating jobs and public recreation areas, conserving heritage buildings, and offering a place for seniors, including a 140-bed long-term care home. It called it an environmental first proposal, saying it's intended to occur on existing disturbed areas of the property only, utilizing the entire footprint of existing buildings as the core of the expansion. The councillor for the area says the township can't make an educated decision without proper studies and public engagement. She says she likes the idea, but
I question whether this really is the best place for a senior citizens facility of the size that they're talking about.
The MZO request goes to Township Council on Monday. The minister has said that he won't approve an order if it's rejected by a council, but ultimately the decision does lie with him. Angelina King, CBC News, King City.